Guys, hold on. One second. I have to do something. Okay. I just been yawning a lot. These people, oh, you're getting delivered if you're yawning. No, I'm tired. The lungs need more oxygen. It's a deliverance. These people, I'm telling you, these Christian people with these deliverance ministries, they need deliverance. They need to be delivered because they got, I mean, human beings, y'all come up with some of the craziest things. I just listen. I just watch and I just listen. I'm just like, wow, Dad, I was, you know, because I have such a inquisitive spirit, like just, I just want to know, not to do evil, but to know so I could apply something to help me or help someone, that might have listened to this motivational speaker or this false prophet or prophetess. And see, that's the thing about my Bible that man has done, made it seem like there was more than one prophet. And there was never ever other people that spoke God's word, my dad's word. There was one prophet, there was one child of God that the people of the earth knew was speaking God's word, was speaking the truth, because when I spoke it, something happened to make them see that, okay, she told her husband to say this, and her husband said this, and this absolutely did happen. The husband and the wife, the husband gets favor from God because if the husband is righteous and loves his wife, he gets blessed. And he becomes a mouthpiece for God as well, because he listens and then he goes out and declares like Moses, he goes out and says what God, his wife, has told him, because his wife hears from her father, right? So when I come into my kingdom, my husband and I will talk, will have things to say, and then he, as the king, will go out and speak to them, to our people, as the king of the castle. He's married to the only child of God, and I love you. I love you so much. I am so, I'm like, I don't know, Dad. Like, when am I going to say? I just have a feeling that we're going to see each other soon. Hopefully sooner than later, but okay, I'm not going to sit here and talk about us, because that would take me off track. Then I just be sitting there talking about us and everything, and why people are like, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. She loves her king. She loves him. And you see my smile gets a little bit different. And my like when I think about you, I talk about you and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna go there right now. I gotta work. So, okay, I want to talk about sex and understand that God's people, my children, are not having sex, whether you're married or not. That's just something that my dad has taken out. That desire has been taken out of my children's bowels for now, only because it's a distraction. It's a distraction from, um, it's a distraction from entering the Holy Land. It's a distraction from life, and that person, whether it be your wife or your husband, who has a desire to have intimate. I always think about intimate as cookies or something. Intimacy with you is being used by the enemy. Yes, your wife or your husband could be being used by the enemy. And only sinners and the wicked are out there having sexual intercourse. Boyfriends and girlfriends and stuff like that. They are out there having sexual intercourse with animals or whatever. Oh, I saw a disturbing video. Now, I don't know what that young man was doing with that duck, but his mother came bust in his room and was yelling or whatever and this and that and other thing. And she's like, I hear what's going on in here. I don't know what's going on in here. Get out or whatever. And he took a duck out of his bed. Now, I don't know if that was set up or not, but it clearly is something. When human beings come up with something, there's nothing new under the sun. It's happened. Males having sex with animals. I've seen things that I don't care to repeat on video that my son's father showed me, and I was like, a woman with a horse and craziness, like, oh, forgive me. It's horrible. It's horrible, and these are demonic spirits that take over the human mind and that are in their hearts, and that's why no one can enter my spirit, because I'm sealed off. My spirit is sealed off. I can give, but I can't receive any unclean spirit in me. I can't receive any unclean thing. Nothing unclean can attach itself to me. He, her, she, it, whatever. Anything unclean cannot attach or enter me. I'm sealed by my Father's Spirit. So my spirit, his spirit is, he said, I surround it by darkness. His spirit, his fighting spirit surrounds my spirit. So when I see certain things that makes I'm like, Dad. He's like, you see why I had to write those rules? You see this? And at this time, because in this kingdom, this man's kingdom, man's world, these are the spirits, the unclean spirits that enter into the human beings, this generation. Generations back then, that's why my dad had to flood the whole world, because it was the same thing that was being done today. And it was amped up, the sexual desires to have sex with little kids, with animals, with things, fetishes, all this hypersensitive. Oh, I love that sound. That's so satisfying. That everything was so amped up by watching the iPhone, the Androids, the you know, anything to pleasure the the flesh. I remember a story Richie told me, and I was like, I couldn't even unthink about it. He said a man came in, his mother called, and he came, and the guy, they were like, well, what's that smell? He's like, he's having sex with the dog, the family dog. That's the smell on him. Now, this is the seriousness of having abstinence right now. My children, whether male or female, are not having any type of desire for intercourse. And if men, your wives are like, oh, come on, all of a sudden she wants to give her the side eye. That something's not right in her. She's a jealous and envious woman. Now, I love to see that people have stuck together through thick and thin at this time. But a lot of you men who watch me, your wives, are jealous of me. They're nice. They kind of get on the film and say hi and everything with a nice look. But she can't stand you because you love me. You adore me. You know who I am. And she's jealous because she can't make you do what I can do to you from the inside out. And see, an evil woman wants control of her man's emotions. And if I'm a woman that can make you cry or tear up or root for me or have some empathy or like of me, that's like you got a target on the back of your head. So be mindful of her cooking. Be mindful of how you say things. Be mindful. Be aware. Because the enemy is in your own homes. These women, they're not playing. Every human woman doesn't like the idea of another woman being able to touch the emotions of her husband or her boyfriend or whatever. So men are like, I'll watch her when she goes to sleep. You know what I mean? You gotta keep it on the down low. And you feel like I should be able to watch someone who is loving and kind, but you have that guilty feeling. Like, and if you have that guilty feeling around someone that you're with, then that person is not with you. She could act like oh yeah, she's good, she's all she wants, but men know. I'm telling you, know what that gut feeling is. If she don't like me, and you sense a little bit of jealousy in it, you just watch yourself. Watch yourself and make plans to get up out of there. It is what it is. It is what it is. Because if she was a wise woman, she would love me too. And she'd be like, oh, did you watch what she said today? Because she would know that this woman, this woman, the Proverbs 31 woman, is whom God sent to show you how to love her and how to appreciate her gifts that my father and I have put in her. But if she's not wise, she's not going to receive that, and she's going to take it as take it as you lusting. It's like you lusting over another woman, and that's not it. I know there's some sickos, but my Hebrew boys are not like sickos. They just know a good woman when they see one, and that they should listen to. And my father's heart has turned your heart towards me to make you a better man. And that's okay. And if she has a problem with it, then my dad has a problem with her. And if my dad has a problem with her, you should be okay with it, because he's going to start putting her in the hospital and make you a widower. So she needs to get it together. Lead Farmer 73. There's a reason why I say women. I hope you both make it through. But she has a little bit of a problem with me. And you cannot appease someone and make them seem to be someone that they don't want to be emotionally. You understand? You're funny. I believe you love your wife. I do. But I don't know how she feels about you too much. So I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I think I have to say about that. I watch your videos, and I think sometimes your mouth is a little too much. Sometimes I want to like your videos, but then you said something in the last live that I was like, about a car. I like it's like sons. You just stop talking. You just messed it up. I love human beings, and boys are just like, boy, what? Now, why'd you have to say that? You were doing so good, and I understand what you're saying, but you just, you know. But I really think you have a genuine love for people, and I think she honestly has a good friend, and I hope she understands that your desire to help people is a desire from love. And I hope you guys make it through this. But understand, if she don't make it through, is because my dad he knows something about her heart that wasn't right towards me. Men, you gotta understand. And if he takes your wife, I'm sure he has another one for you. So let that be a warning to her, to jump on board and read Proverbs 8, because that's my proverb. All those who hate me love death. And I don't change my colors for no one. But I love you both, and I hope you guys make it through. You gotta tell the truth. Tell the truth to each other. And it's, I mean, I was created to do this. Women, I was created to do this. I'm the mama. And I'm here to teach your husbands, your sons, your uncles, your grandfathers to be better. I am the soothing sound. I'm the one that could draw his emotions out of him, because I'm the one who helped put them there. And then, after I'm done with him, then you can have him to yourself, but in a better man, you know. And he's going to be better, because he's going to know what you like and what you don't like. You know how he should treat you, and how you see what's going on out here. The other day I saw a video of Justin Bieber and this kid, Will Smith kid, riding up on the back of him like it was his girlfriend, like it was his wife, Justin Bieber's wife, and then Justin Bieber kissed this boy on the neck or by the ear like that was his girlfriend. I don't think I've ever seen a post where he was kissed his girlfriend as passionately as he kissed Will Smith's son. Now that's just crazy. His desire, he felt the desire of love from this little boy. They're two, but I mean, like, to me, they're just little, like, this is sick and demonic. This is sick and twisted. He kissed them like, oh, so glad to see, like, on the back of, I was like, wow. I don't even think my ex-husband kissed me like that on my neck. And that's why having sex at this time and these end days is not, that's how heightened, that's how evil sex is outside of a God, outside of my kingdom is right now. When the lover and love comes together, then that's when love grows between the husband and the wife. Whether you guys together made it through 40, 50 years, you guys made it through. And the love of, the love of a male to another male is really strictly, manly brotherhood. It's not a love like attractive passions for each other, in a way where they're turned on by another male. Because that's what it looked like. It looked that Justin Bieber and that I don't know the kid's name. Anyway, Will Smith's son. It looked very sexual, kind of, where he felt safe enough to. Now, I don't know if it was drug induced, because it looked like Justin was lighting up weed or whatever. But I don't know if they're going to make it. There's a lot of sorcery and stuff surrounding the industry, especially for that generation. It's terrible. It's terrible. And that's why once you enter a woman who's a witch, it's over. It's over for that male. Whatever she put on you is on you. And that thing starts ruling your life. That desire to, and then the enemy starts putting thoughts that I can do this and I can do this and make you think. It doesn't even let you think about how foul it is to have sex with an animal or have same sex. And that's why my book says, once a man enters a woman, she now becomes one with him. So once you enter a witch, you now become one with that witch. You become a warlock. You're married to her. And spiritually, and she heightens your sexual desire for her, but it backfires because your sexual desire turns into just sexual desire, not for her, but for other same sex, for animals, for whatever. That's why an evil woman is dangerous. Dangerous. And the women in the industry who had sex with these little boys, that's what happened. They were molested by older women who turned them on, did some voodoo, and now these little boys turn into teenagers, 20, 23, 24, and they become boy toys. All the little boys who grew up in Hollywood. Who knows what Kim did to that little boy, Bieber? She's a witch. Her mama's a witch. And for me, I believe that she has something to do with the killing of Nicole. I think she has something to do with it. Because everybody had to make a sacrifice, and I think she was jealous of her own friend. But then again, you shouldn't be fornicating out there and see Judah, you know? You understand how the thing goes? That's why it's so important to stay, to be loyal and faithful to your wife. And in Proverbs 5, it says, let your wife, her body parts, be your pleasure. Let her be. You know? Why should you have your seed running all around out in the streets? Like, just it's and then people want to be like, no, I don't want to have any more kids. I want to take birth control pills. I just don't want it to happen. Trying to play God. No. children are made from love. Okay? And human beings, they think, oh, we can control this or we can control that. You can't control this or that. It's God's will be done. And if you and your wife are the only two, you're being faithful to each other, and you're 70 years old. If he has you conceive a baby at 70 years old, guess what? So be it. That baby's born in the kingdom. That baby's blessed. And you're not worried about, oh, I'm 7 years old. I'm not going to be old enough. I mean, who's going to take care of my baby? You trust God. That baby will be fine. Especially if I'm the queen. I'm not letting none of my kingdom babies go nowhere. They'll be fine. I'm always going to be here. Always and forever. To make sure the people in my Holy Land's children are taken care of. So they're free to procreate as much as my dad wants them to procreate. And on my land, there will be no abortions. So, y'all can get that out of your minds. It's banned throughout the land. There will be no shedding of innocent blood on this land. So get ready. So I want to talk about that. That's how serious sex is. It's dangerous. And I think that people who are coming out of the witchcraft is starting to wear off. These men are starting to see the results. These men and women starting to see the results of what they've been partaking in. And now, if they are lucky enough to get that healing from whatever disease, whatever situation they put themselves into, whatever plague or whatever my dad puts on them, they understand the covenant and the seriousness of putting their body with somebody else. And the teenagers and the young people understand how sacred sex is in marriage. And they won't have that mentality. Well, this is the only person, the desire of love is supposed to be, this is the only person I want to wake up to. This is the only person that I want to do everything with until I die. And I mean it. That's how a man is. That's how the Hebrew boys of my kingdom think and they believe. I only want one woman. I don't want nobody else. And they will be able to show that and let that woman, that Hebrew woman, know that she is his queen. Like, she is very much appreciated. You understand? So it works. It works. What I say works. That's it. You listen to me. Lovemaking is a very good thing between two people who know God, who knows love, who appreciate and praises love. You understand? It's a beautiful, beautiful experience. And it's between two people, and it gives a man a way to express himself without words to his wife. So I want to stop that right here, and I may come on and talk about something else in a little while. I love you guys. Bye.